Alright, so we're going to look at a B take with 3 players. The idea is to smoke off B main, take checkers control, and then execute onto site. The first thing you're going to do is smoke off player 1. The entry is going to smoke off B main. And we're going to do that by, see this panel here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panel. The first panel, this line gets lined up with the wall. So you can see only one panel is showing. You then line up your crosshair at the top of this, goes to the bottom of that, and you run through. So it doesn't have to quite be exact. You're right around the shit stain line. I have a flush with the corner, and I'm going to run through. You know you've hit it when it lands off the second window. You'll see the smoke where it lands. You can't see anywhere from heaven through sight. It completely covers it off, and it gives us an access here, so no one can slip through the smoke. So coupled with that smoke, we're going to throw this molly. It's going to get into checkers. You want to land deep into checkers. So you're going to molly and flash at the same time. So you're flashing checkers. The idea behind this is that we are mollying off anyone close here, as well as an AWP trying to hold this angle. So we don't peek and clear here until this flashbang has gone off and popped into checkers to push the AWPer back. So in unison, again, just so we can see it real quick. So the first person's coming out, making sure there's no AWP there, coming over box, clearing underneath. His next job is then to pause and wait for a flash. After the flash comes through, he's entering, keeping his crosshair here and there are the next 2 spots he's going to have to check. This is clear right here because we've already mollied it off. So first player comes through, clears it out, makes sure nothing pushes, waits till the second person is inside of checkers, turns around, clears vent. Once vent has been cleared, I think we're also going to molly it off from A main. He comes through, gets ready for a pop flash, and once it pops out, boom, he's out and ready to fight. That's player 1. Alright, so player 2. Player's 2 responsibility is going to be just an early flash to kind of flash off any aggression that might happen, and then he's here, gun out, waiting and holding while player 1 throws utility. Once he's thrown his utility, this cross here has been smoked. He's going to swing wide within a step or 2, so the first person peeks off, he peeks second. His first responsibility is to clear out checkers, make sure the AWP is not there, and we've traded him if he was. He then is going to swing wide onto box. They're going to clear together and wait for player 3 to flashbang them in. Once player 3 flashbangs, first person enters, step or 2 behind, entering behind him. He holds both here and here while player 1 clears out and makes sure a vent is clear. From there, he's going to flashbang out.
Deploying flashbang.
Pretty confident that was it. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. On the third one,
Flashbang.
he's going to flashbang out so it pops here while player 1's turn to go peek again. So once he throws that flash, 2, 3,
Flashbang.
he's swinging with player 1. So we now have 2 players coming out, clearing sight, while player 3's responsibility is going to be holding the smoke and then flashing.
Throwing flashbang. Deploying
Just
flashbang.
clicked. So flashing them into checkers. Again, holding smokes, holding this smoke here, and while they're entering in, just clear it out. Spam it a couple times, make sure no one's there. We take from here once they get in.
Throwing smoke.
Smoke is hopefully still up.
Throwing fire.
We can smoke off cross, and we can molly heaven. And then from there, kind of make an educated decision on what to happen. What's going to happen? He can come through the smoke since everything is mollied and smoked off, and we can trade into sight. As the A player, your responsibility is going to make sure they don't push into A main, communicate accordingly if they do, but you just want to keep on chill peeking, make sure you don't get AWPs, show a little bit of presence, spam a shot or 2 if you want, and then when the execute is ready to happen, you're coming back this white line, and then you have this beam here. You're going to go on the left side of the beam, raise it up. You have like this green panel. I go to the top third of that panel. So I come up, around top third. I just step and throw. So mid player, your responsibility is again staying alive. Just like in our normal defaults, you don't want to be taking aim battles on a default. The idea is to take B, to take map control away from them, while maintaining as much space and information as we possibly can. So you're listening and figuring out if someone's close, you're listening to figure out if someone's already in vent, and then make an educated decision from there. Keep in mind, your players are going through B main, so your job is just stay alive. You are not the entry. You're here to guard and protect them. When that molly fails, you need to be here to communicate if someone pushed into vent, about to push into vent. If they do go through, to come through and trade them, to come through and kill whoever is vent. So the middle player has to be a little bit more independent. It's almost like an alternative lurk role. So both A and mid players, your responsibility is to live. You're not doing fragging, you're not doing killing. A player might have to come back, either lurk out and come flank around, or just to come in late and clutch. So mid and A players are going to be clutch players. So this site here is going to be a little bit more unique. While you're entering, there's a lot of safe places to flashbang. So ideally, our players are coming through checkers, their guns are out. We have 2-player advancing up, and they're here to clear out sight. So how we're going to support those players if we do have people entering is to throw flashbangs that aren't going to blind them, but blind the enemy team and be effective. So 4 main spots are good to flash.
Deploying
Copy.
flashbang. Flashbang.
Heaven,
Throwing flashbang.
back tarp, front
Throwing
tarp.
flashbang.
And these are going to be the spots. So as they're progressing in, there are safer and better places to flash. I do think snacks here can be a little bit troublesome, but as this person's entering in, if a flashbang goes here,
Flashbang.
he's barely blind. If he's entering in, moving up,
Flashbang.
a flashbang hits there, he's not blind at all. If a flashbang goes above him heaven, there is a little bit of obstruction there, so it's possible that people's sight aren't blinded, but those are the safest places to flash. So if you have spare utility, your players are entering sight, huck flashes.
Deploy flashbang.
Those are the safe spots for flashes.